Hello, everybody. We're back at Jay's Today here with Ben Anderson, and new school year means new co-host. This is Rachel.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here, excited to try this out.
All right, before we get to our guest, let's get into some fall sports. First off, we'll talk a little bit about cross country. A huge shout out to Ryler Hansen, a sophomore, who broke the school record. That's awesome. And he is currently ranked 8th. And also, some other really cool ranking news. The team's ranking of 6 is believed to potentially be the highest ever, which it's awesome. It's really cool to see that.
Speaking of fall sports, volleyball's been kicking off, and here at the high school, they hosted a Skip Anderson tournament where the volleyball team went 5-2. This Tuesday, volleyball had hosted a home game against Gilbert. It went into 5 sets, but unfortunately, the volleyball team did lose.
That volleyball game was a very fun night.
It was electric. It was fun.
All right, so now getting into football, they played Waverly last Friday, where that did not end up great, but they play Grinnell this Friday, who also went scoreless in their first game of the season. So everybody show up this Friday. It should be a good game, and I'm excited to watch it.
I got a good feeling about Grinnell, yeah. Oh, now let's bring in Activities Director Ben Anderson.
Hi, guys.
All right, so the first thing we want to do with you is a segment that we will do called In or Out. So basically, we give you a phrase or a sentence, and you say in for if you agree and out for if you disagree.
Okay.
You ready?
I'm a little nervous now. I was not nervous until now, but here we go.
The first one is turf on a baseball field.
In. Kind of have to be in, right? I mean, we got a big project going on out there right now. If we said we were out, it might be a little bit of trouble here happening, but, maintenance is a huge deal. So the less I think our coaches have to do to prepare for a game, less maybe I have to do, or less we have to find people to do stuff, the better. Purists might disagree with me totally, but, AstroTurf's been around forever. But this is way better than that.
Okay. In or out, we'll have a tennis team next year.
Ooh, I would say push, because next year means that everything is done right when we start, right? So we hope it's done in the spring. And if we can, we would like it to be like, so what is this year? 25, 26, right?
Yep.
So 26, 27. So like the spring of 27, we would hope.
All right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Does that count as next year? Because then I would say in.
I think it
How
counts.
about in the near future?
Okay, yeah.
Let's do that.
Old Dominion is the worst country band of all time.
Out. This is the worst thing that Mr. Seidel has ever suggested that anybody asks. He has his lane where he stays in for music and believes that it's just the greatest thing ever. And nobody's heard of those bands except for maybe some people who do enjoy music. But that is, if that's his hot take, that's pretty cold. That's not cool.
All right.
How did I know that if this section was going to have, that was going to get brought up?
All right, so potentially the most controversial one.
Oh, that ship has sailed. That's already sailed. Like, what could be more controversial than Old Dominion?
Is it time to drop Farrar?
Ooh. Okay, I take back everything about hot take from Mr. Seidel. In what sense? Can I ask you to elaborate on that? Like from our district, like from our team names?
Just get the F out.
Oh, wow. Okay. I haven't been around here a long time, but I've had family that's been here for a long time, and I think that what harm is it leaving it right now, right? Like, there's a lot of things that have to go in. If you were to drop something from a name, there's a lot of back stuff that has to happen in order to make it be school appropriate, school language, school policies, board policy, all that stuff. Mm-hmm. It's a little bit more of an undertaking than you would think. But everywhere you go, everybody's like, oh, it's the Bondurant Bluejays. So I think most people have just dropped it on their own.
All right.
See how I answered that without answering?
Yep.
Jays Today is supported by Vision Bank. For more than 140 years, Vision Bank has maintained its commitment to helping build strong communities. They have been locally owned and locally focused since 1884. This podcast is also supported by the Athletic Booster Club. Make sure to hit up their kickoff tailgate this week at the home football game from 5:30 to 7 and check out all the new Bluejay gear and swag in the J Shop.
All right, those were some good answers. Let's hop into some other questions that we have for you.
Let's go.
So can you update us on some of the new facilities that we're having?
Sure. So like I previously mentioned, we'll have new baseball, softball fields next year, just east and north, a little bit north of the football fields. We'll have a new north entry to the football and track soccer area. It'll have an updated concessions area there to kind of draw people away from the concessions on the other area and make that just kind of be our restrooms. Half of that can be closed off or not even closed off. You don't need it, but it will also service the baseball, softball during the seasons. For concessions, there'll be some smaller restrooms in there too. We'll have tennis and pickleball courts just south of there that'll be done, we hope, around the same time. They've been really, like I would say, July after they started. They once it stopped raining and in August, they made a lot of progress. And then also the new weight room. We'll have new weight equipment gets here probably about October 6th. So the plan is right now on October 3rd, all that stuff comes out, all the new stuff comes in, be back up and running, we hope, on that Tuesday. So like one day install is what we're hoping for. They're all important in their own ways, but that's just kind of the update of where we're at for this fall.
Yeah, it's been really cool to see all of these new things. And kind of speaking of new things, tell us a little bit about the move to Bound.
Oh, yeah. So for people who don't know, we've moved to one platform. So we have our ticketing platform on Bound this year from Hometown Ticketing, which we used to do. We know that comes with a little bit of probably some new learning for everybody. But for what a lot of people don't understand and what maybe a lot of our players do, remember the old stats place where you had to go to find your quick stats or do whatever? That's always been in Bound. So our coaches have always been, not always, but mostly been working with that anyway. And so to have all of our schedules on there, to have all of our ticketing on there, all of our, we can get our advertisings and our sponsors on there, to kind of have a one-stop shop for what will be facilities we believe in the future to check and see when they can rent from us. It'll be, we hope, in another year, just a lot easier.
Circling back to the weight room, can we talk about the Booster Club and their contribution to that weight room?
Absolutely. Last spring, we kind of had gone to the Booster Club. Construction costs, obviously, they escalate and stack on top of each other and get a little bit, when something costs more, you get less, right? And so we asked the Booster Club if they'd be willing to contribute some money to offset some of those costs, and they're fantastic, and they contributed $100,000 to our weight room, which is a lot of money. We are very appreciative of it. It allows us to be more flexible with some of the stuff that we can get to put in there now. It's great to have that space, but if you don't have anything to put in it, right? So they are very helpful in that. But not only that, I mean, they've helped coaches get some of the things they've needed. They help. Obviously, they help get people outfitted in blue and white, which is fantastic. New stuff coming out this fall. And we really appreciate the families and the sponsors that contribute to that, because without our boosters, I mean, we could be stuck in some tough spots to not be able to allow our student athletes all the things that they really, really want on top of the needs. And we always hope to give them just the best of the best. So, because we believe they deserve it. So they're a major, major contributor to that being a reality for us.
So there's one more thing that I'm pretty interested in. Can you tell us a little bit about the home cross country meet and course?
Oh, well, that's a huge deal, right? So if anybody didn't know, we will have a home meet here. Well, it's Thursday, September 4th. And so it's on our South Campus. It'll start off it's just west of the old football field. For those of us that have been here a while, they used to have flag football games down there and some soccer matches back there. But we're going to take off and run back there. It goes behind Anderson Elementary School and behind Morris Elementary School. Goes all the way down to almost 10th Street, which is almost to is that the new old Casey's or the old new Casey's? Right?
One of
Now,
them.
now you're just confusing me. One of the cases.
So it goes just south of Morris, and then it comes back behind Morris to Anderson again, and it finishes kind of right back up where it began. Junior high has just a little bit of a different route than the high school will do. High school will do 2 laps out there for their 5K. Junior high will take a small circle on just kind of that backfield first before they go out on the big loop. Logistically, it just makes sense. We've never done this before. So, by the time we wrap up the first one, conference comes here on October. Well, before we wrap up the first one or even after we do, we'll get some feedback on that. And then the Raccoon River Conference meet will be in Bondurant on Monday, October 13th. Which is a huge deal and a huge undertaking for us, but our coaches and our athletes have been awesome to help us out. Families and parents have been super at volunteering to help us get what we've needed out there, and our facilities crew. And it's been an incredible start to something that we started talking about last fall. I mean, not just this fall, but a year ago. So we started mowing that probably last October-ish. And so it's been over a full year here before we will step foot on it for that first race here coming up pretty quick.
Well, thank you so much for coming on the podcast. It was awesome to have you here, and just thank you.
Always happy to be here. I think last year was number 1. This is number
Yeah.
2. It only goes up from here, right?
Yeah.
So thank you for having me, and have a great year, guys.
Thanks, everybody, for tuning in to our first podcast of the season. Make sure to check us out for more in a couple of weeks.
And never forget, it's a great day to be a Blue Jay.
Yes, let's go.